Hello YouTubers. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my new Howard Miller grandfather clock. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into taking a look at my new Howard Miller grandfather clock. This grandfather clock is very new. I got it last Friday. My dad ordered it on Facebook Market and he got it for me. The thing is, when I got this clock last week, it said it was gonna come Thursday, but then last Friday, not Friday, Thursday, they got a call, and then what happened is that they said they couldn't deliver it for some reason because it was the 4th of July. That's why they couldn't deliver it Thursday. That was the plan. They were gonna deliver it Thursday, but they couldn't because of the 4th of July. So they had to bump it one day ahead because of the 4th of July. So that's why they delivered it Friday. This clock has been running smoothly now for 5 days straight. And it's still in great condition. And I'm very happy with that. Let's go and open it up. Again, I have another grandfather clock, but it's not here. It's at my uncle's house, though. But it's still my grandfather clock, though. Not this one, though. I'm gonna get to something that you might not notice in the next couple of minutes with the grandfather clock, and you'll see what I mean. Here's the pendulum. One thing you may notice with the other grandfather clock that I have, I think it was like a 1979 Howard Miller grandfather clock. I might be wrong, but if you guys know what year the clock was, I believe it was 1979. If I'm right, because I might be wrong actually, no. I believe it was in 1979, I can't remember. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, just tell me in the comment section below. Well, at any rate, here's the pendulum. Again, one thing you may notice is the sculpturing. It's this middle part of the pendulum, the decorations on it. Nobody is allowed to touch this grandfather clock except myself. But if the clock needs oiling or needs to be taken back to the shop, that's okay. That's because those kind of people are professionals. That's okay. Only me and the professionals are allowed to touch it. Here are the weights. Again, there's the sculpturing. One thing you may notice that you might not notice, once I open the clock, is there's actually a mirror. You can see myself actually from the mirror in here, where my finger is touching the wall of the clock. Like you can see myself in the mirror. This clock is more fragile because it's more expensive. The door, by the way, is a little more curved than the one I have at my uncle's house. I believe, again, it was 1979, but I'm not sure. Here's the face. You may notice that the 8 is actually a little bit more round than the other kind of 8, like with the top lined 8. Same thing, you got your melody switch and your strike switch over here. We got the melody switch all the way down is off. Next position is Westminster. Next position is St. Michael's. Top position is Whittington. Let's put that back to St. Michael's. No, that's Westminster. That should be good. Now here's the strike switch. All the way down is off. Next position is night shutoff. And top position is strike. Now, the one thing I just said a moment ago is this clock actually has a night shutoff. The one I have, the other grandfather clock that I have, does not have a night shutoff. I believe it's from 10 p.m. the clock stops chiming, and then the chime resumes at 7 in the morning, I believe, 7 a.m. Because 10 p.m. I believe the chime stops, and then 7 a.m. the chime resumes, and it continues chiming. But I let the clock always chime all night long. But those are for like people who are like night sleepers. I also, guys, want to show you the moon dial, by the way. It's a little more different than the one I have, because the other one, it was like more plain. So you could, I think it says limited edition right there, but I'm not sure if that's how to read it, because it's a little bit in like cursive writing. There we got the seconds hand, the minute hand, hour hand. Now I also want to show you guys the movement. It's back here. And see in there. You may notice the panel is actually mostly made out of glass. Not like the one, not the other grandfather clock that I have. Let's see if I can get the light to go on. So you can see there's a bulb up there. My other grandfather clock doesn't have a bulb in it like this one. This one is actually more expensive. So now you can see there's the hammers. You can see it better because there's a light inside. So again, there are 8 hammers on the right side. I'll show you the other ones in just a second. Right now, let me show you guys the other. There's another 4 rods actually on the left side right here. Right there. Right. The chime hammers do need adjustment though, because for some reason when I first got this clock Friday and I moved the minute hand, the chimes didn't sound right. The chimes kind of sound mixed up, because when I first got this clock, the weights were also in the wrong order. The middle weight was actually on the right side, and the right weight was actually in the middle. I didn't even notice that until it was the 4th day as it was running. Then when I got back, I noticed, I looked at the bottom and the sticker in the middle, the middle weight said right, and I looked on the weight that was on the right, and on the bottom it said middle, or not middle, center. So what happened is that the weight yesterday my uncle actually adjusted the weight so the clock doesn't like break or anything or malfunctions. I was also thinking that would fix the chimes, but that did not. So most likely it did not fix the chimes. Again, this clock has the same chimes as my 1979 Howard Miller grandfather clock. I don't know if this is a 7-day or an 8-day movement, because I know some clocks are 7-day movement or 8-day movement. This clock is a cable driven just like my 1979 Howard Miller grandfather clock. The weights are not broken. So again, what my uncle fixed is that I noticed when I got back yesterday, the middle weight, which was actually, when I got back, I noticed that the middle weight was actually here, and the right weight was here. The right weight was in the middle, and the right weight was, let me say that again one more time. The middle weight, which is this weight, was on the right, and the right weight was in the middle, right here. I was very scared, what was gonna happen yesterday when I saw it. But the thing is, nothing happened. But when I got back, the right weight, when it was in the middle, the cap was loose. I tried turning it clockwise, and that didn't work. And I tried turning it counterclockwise, and that didn't work either. I was very scared that the weight was actually gonna fall off and break the wood. So luckily my uncle was able to fix and adjust the weights, but the left weight was okay the entire 5 days. This clock's been running smoothly now 5 days, and that I hope it runs smoothly for the remaining time I'll ever have this clock. I really like this grandfather clock. I hope it doesn't break like the one that I have, the 1979 Howard Miller grandfather clock. I'll see if I can make more videos of this clock, but I need the chime hammers to be adjusted first. Maybe once I get the chime hammers adjusted, I will make a video of the chimes of this grandfather clock. I don't know, but I've never really had like a clocksmith come to my house to fix the clock before. But if you guys are wondering where my King Arthur grandfather clock is, I actually got rid of it. I sold it because it was busted. It didn't work anymore. The strike hammers broke off, and it even came off. And 2 of the chime rods were missing. There was only 10 chime rods. There were meant to be 12. 8 for the chimes, 4 for the strike. Then 1 strike chime rod was missing. I believe it was the first strike chime rod. And then on the other side, on the right side where the chime hammers are, the 8th chime rod was missing. That's why I got rid of the old grandfather clock, the King Arthur grandfather clock. It was probably also very cheap, that's why, because the more expensive, the stronger. I also been thinking the more expensive the clock, the more fragile it is. I'm also very scared, guys, to touch the panels because it's really made out of glass. I'm so scared I might break it. Like, if I touch it, it might fall in the clock. And then it'll chip the wood. And I also have to be very careful to swing the pendulum gently so it doesn't hit the wood, so it doesn't crack. Remember, guys, I will do my best again to make videos of this clock, but first I need to get the chime hammers adjusted. Once the chime hammers are adjusted, I'll try my best to do a video of all the chimes in this grandfather clock. Again, it has Whittington, St. Michael's, Westminster, and off. For the strike side, it has strike, night shut off, and off. Has a bonnet top, by the way, I believe. And it has like this trophy in the middle. I think it's a 7-day movement, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably most likely a 7-day movement. Probably not an 8-day movement, because I'm not too sure. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, rate, like, and dislike. Comment below, be a number one fan. You always know it all the time. Peace out. Any last words for me to say? I don't think I have anything else to say, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.